All right, let's talk about omega-3s. We've all heard the story, right? Fish oil, flaxseed, they're amazing for your heart, your brain, the whole shebang. But what if I told you there's a massive plot twist? A hidden factor in our daily lives that could change everything we think we know about how these amazing fats actually work.
So let's just jump right in with a huge question. You might be taking an omega-3 supplement every single day, thinking you're doing something great for your body. But what if something else, something incredibly common in your diet, was secretly working against you, completely canceling out all those benefits before they even have a chance to work?
To get to the bottom of this, we've got to go on a little journey, deep inside your gut. It's this incredible, bustling world in there, home to trillions of microbes. You can think of it like your own personal inner garden. And it turns out omega-3s are supposed to be one of the best fertilizers for that garden. And this is where the science gets really cool and is actually changing. We used to think prebiotics were basically just fiber, but the definition is expanding. Scientists are now starting to classify omega-3s as prebiotics. That means they're not just some passive nutrient. They're an active player that can literally reshape your gut ecosystem for the better. And how do they do it? Well, when they're working right, omega-3s are like a superhero for your gut. They help the good bacteria, like bifidobacterium, grow and thrive. They supercharge the production of these incredible compounds called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs, which are just crucial for a healthy gut. And at the same time, they help calm things down, reducing the bad guys, and strengthening the gut's protective wall. It's like a complete tune-up. So, case closed, right? Omega-3s are amazing for the gut. Easy. But, and this is a big but, when scientists actually try to prove this over and over in studies, they hit a wall. The results were, to put it mildly, all over the map.
On one hand, you've got a whole stack of studies that found exactly what you'd expect. They gave people omega-3s, and boom, the good gut bacteria like bifidobacterium and lactobacillus flourished. Perfect. This is the story we all know and love. But then you find studies like this one. Other really well-designed research came to the exact opposite conclusion. They gave people omega-3s, or PUFAs as they're technically called, and nothing. Crickets. They found a negligible impact. Basically, it was as if the omega-3s did absolutely nothing for their gut bacteria. So what is going on here? This is the paradox. How can the very same nutrient be a powerhouse in one person and a total dud in the next? What critical factor could possibly be missing from the equation that explains these bizarrely different results? Well, it's time to introduce the villain of our story, or at least the overlooked competitor, and that is the omega-6 fatty acid. It's just as essential for our bodies as omega-3, but its role in this whole mystery is totally different and, as it turns out, way more important than most of us realize. Okay, let's put these two side by side. You've got your anti-inflammatory omega-3s from things like fatty fish. Then you've got your omega-6s, which tend to be more pro-inflammatory from things like vegetable oils and processed foods. But look at that last line. That's the absolute key to this whole thing. They compete for the exact same enzymes to get used by your body. Think of it like a highway with a limited number of on-ramps. Both omega-3s and omega-6s need to use those on-ramps, the enzymes, to get where they're going. But if the road is absolutely flooded with omega-6 cars, they just clog up all the on-ramps. The omega-3s are stuck in traffic and they can't get into the race. It's a numbers game, and whoever shows up with the biggest army wins. And this chart right here is the smoking gun. For most of human history, our ancestors ate a diet where the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 was about 1-to-1, nice and balanced. Now look at the modern Western diet. That ratio has exploded to more than 15-to-1. We are flooding our system with the competitor. This is the hidden factor. This is why the studies are all over the place. So now that we've uncovered the culprit, we can finally solve this paradox. And it's not just about what you need to add to your diet, it's about what you need to rebalance. So here it is, the bottom line. Too much omega-6 in your diet can literally block your omega-3s from doing their job. It explains everything. The studies that showed no benefit, it's likely those participants already had a diet so high in omega-6 that adding a little omega-3 was like bringing a water pistol to a firefight. The omega-3s were just completely overwhelmed. This completely flips the script on how we should think about this. The real goal isn't just to pop more fish oil pills. The real goal is to fix the underlying ratio. It means that for a lot of us, just adding a supplement isn't enough if our diet is still loaded with processed foods and oils high in omega-6. It's only when you bring that ratio back into a healthier balance that you clear the highway and let the omega-3s do their incredible work in your gut.
And that brings us to the final, critical question you have to ask yourself. It's not just about the good stuff you add. It's about the competition happening inside you every single day. So take a look at your diet. Is it setting your body up for success, or is it accidentally sabotaging your best efforts? The answer to that question